We're looking at a Keymod M4 for under $200 in this episode of Airsoftology Reviews. So 2016 has been the year of Classic Army. They actually hit the scene back in 2015, re-emerged after a few years of being away, and they have been hard at work while they are gone. Lots of new offerings, including some stuff in very much affordable price range, and we're looking at one of their new M4s, the KM12, a full polymer one, in this review. So like I said, the KM12 is a full polymer gun, and when I say full polymer, it's almost all polymer. So I'm going to tell you what's metal and then we can kind of go from there. But keep in mind that the polymer, the plastic they use here is actually pretty good quality. It's not wobble, it doesn't give, it doesn't squish, the handguard's solid. But metal-wise, we're looking at a metal outer barrel, metal flip-up sights, which are actually really nice. A couple little switches like the mag release and the fire selector here are metal, metal buffer tube, metal sling attachment point, and that's about it. So everything else on this gun is made of a polymer. So that's your stock, your body, your rail, everything. But the good news is it matches. And we'll start with the rail and we're gonna work our way through and talk about what you get. So the hallmark of this gun, you get a 13-inch Keymod rail. Now the Keymod rail has Keymod sections up and down both sides and on the bottom. Keep in mind this is airsoft spec Keymod, so you won't be able to use like real mill spec ones on this. You'll need to pick up airsoft spec ones if you guys want to add rails. If you don't worry about it. You've got rail across the entire top here, so you can put a pec box, an optic, or whatever you need. But like I said before, you do get these really good flip up metal sights, which was pretty surprising considering on the price point. I mean, these are really good looking sights. Flip down adjustable aperture in the back, small or large, you can do it. Windage and elevation adjustment, you can adjust the front even if you want to. And they lock up in place, so you have to actually press a button to flip them down and out of the way. Like I said, outer barrel itself is metal and it is 14.5 inches long, so it's standard M4 carbine length, so you do have just a little bit of a gap here. Plastic flash hider, orange in the US of course, because that is our requirements on the end, and 14mm negative threads up underneath, so you can put a suppressor on if you guys are able to take this off and you want to add like a barrel extension or some mock suppressor or a different flash hider on the end. So moving to this receiver, you also, like I said, get polymer upper and lower. They're nice satin finish, they're matched. A few etched things like Safe, Semi, and Auto and the Classic Army logo and Made in Hong Kong are etched in the receiver, but the actual trademarks like it says M4 carbine and the caliber and the serial number are actually white screen printed on there. Aside from that, it's a pretty clean gun. Not a lot on here, just to the exception of just side markings over here. Do have a plastic grip, like I said, and then a metal buffer tube, which is where your battery lives. Battery lives back here in this crane style stock. You actually pop off the butt pad to get to it. What's neat is you get a surprise. We're gonna talk about that internals, but until we get the internals, let's finish up what you get on the outside. Rounding it on out, you do get a 300 round polymer high cap. I kind of like it. It's kind of more of a modern looking high cap. Door open standard, you got a nice wheel. Fed really good. In fact, I put this in quite a few different guns. Actually, this high cap's pretty nice. Again, very light, and that's the story of this M4. This is probably one of the lightest M4s I have held in a long time. Very easy just to one hand. If you guys want to one hand this thing, I mean, it's lighter weight than some M4 pistol style, like short barrel guns. Very going to be easy for your younger players, newer players, or somebody who plays really, really long games and doesn't want to have to deal with a lot of heft. Internally is where this gun starts to shine. You're getting the full Classic Army hookup under here. So you're looking at the new 2016 and newer mech box, where you get the 9mm bearing bushings, you're getting the wire cut gears, you're getting the new low resistance wiring all through here, and you get a MOSFET, and it's already pre-wired to Deans with the Deans to Tamiya adapter. Now, if you guys don't know what Deans are, they're like the little T-shaped red plugs, the new ones that have a much better conductivity, actually better way to transfer power. So if you get the new batteries that are already pre-wired to that red T-shaped plug, you're good to go. But if you're still using the ones that use the Tamiya, which are the standard white little plugs with the two prongs on it, they do have an adapter that already comes pre-installed. And like I said, because you get that MOSFET in here, your wiring system is protected. You get great wiring and a MOSFET. And again, all of this for under $200. So taking this thing outside and over to the Chrono, saw good numbers, nice balanced high 350s, right at that 360 mark. So it's definitely gonna be field legal pretty much anywhere you can play, even most indoor fields, unless you have a lower field limit at like a 350 feet per second, it might be a little high. But the good news is, one thing I didn't tell you about internals, it does have a quick change spring system. So you don't have to open the mech box to make that spring change. Again, a feature you're not gonna find in a gun that's usually under $200 and especially well under $200 like this one. Also, rate of fire was really nice, on an 11-1 LiPo, so of course it's got a MOSFET, so it can definitely take it, saw 22 a second. So this thing is definitely up there for an affordable gun. If you guys want to lower that rate of fire down and get it back into the teens, definitely use the 9.6 that's included in the box along with the package. So yet again, I get this question a bunch. What's one of the best guns I can get for under 200 bucks? And I'll tell you right now, this one should definitely be on that list. There's actually quite a few out there, but this one is joining those ranks. And it's the Classic Army CA4 KM12. It's a polymer gun with, like I said, that Keymod rail and all the goodies under the hood, including the MOSFET. And if you guys want to learn more about this gun or pick one up, of course, I'll have a link for you in the description below. As always, thanks for tuning in. If you're not currently a subscriber, click on the logo on the bottom right or in the description and you'll always be in the know. Plus, if you like what you saw in this video and want to learn more, I've got a link down there as well. And if you haven't had your airsoft fixed just yet, click on the videos on the right or use the info button at the top of the screen for more. And as the saying goes, everyone has an opinion and I do want to hear yours. So give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down on this video, comment, and share.